So in the previous class, we have learned that how Hari Singh he steals the money of Anil and he decides that he is going to take the 10:30 express, which is going to take him to Lucknow. And there finally he steals the money, and there we find that Anil he sighed because probably he had trusted Hari Singh so much, he had not expected that Hari Singh is going to betray his trust. So he sighed in his sleep, which still Hari Singh he did not realize. So he took the money and he started running, and then when he counted the money he saw that it was the amount was around 600 rupees and all were in 50s. Now, after that, Hari Singh he went to the station, and somehow Hari Singh he just could not board the train. The train was right there in front of him. Hari Singh could have easily boarded the train because the train had not picked up the full speed, but still somehow he just couldn't board the train, and he couldn't understand the feeling because it was the first time that he has come across this kind of a feeling where he was unable to express why that was happening. So then what he did, he slowly left the station because the station was totally deserted. He did not know where to go and what to do. So he left the station, no place to go, and he started walking towards the bazaar. Now, after coming to the bazaar, he started thinking absent-mindedly. He started walking where he was thinking about the various expressions that the people have when they are robbed. Like poor men, they show acceptance. The greedy ones, they show fear. The rich men, they show anger. So various kinds of expressions, but in the face of Anil, the expression is going to be a completely a different one. That is, it is there is going to be a touch of sadness, and that touch of sadness is not because of the loss of money but for the loss of trust. Now, this is where I had stopped. Let me continue. I found myself in the Maidan and sat down on a bench. The night was chilly. It was early November, and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin, and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. Now, from there, from the bazaar, he somehow absent-mindedly he was walking, thinking all those things, and then he entered into the Maidan. Maidan is an open big space, or it can be a field. And he sat down on the bench, and the night was cold because it was the beginning of the winter, as it was early November, and it was also drizzling. Drizzling means light rainfall, and he started feeling uncomfortable, cold, and wet. And right after the drizzle, it started raining very, very heavily. And his shirt and his pajamas got stuck to his skin, and cold wind was also blowing across his face. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt for the notes. They were damp from the rain. Now, as he from the bazaar, he went to the Maidan, and then again he went back to the bazaar. And then, as it was raining very heavily, there was no place he could head to. So, therefore, he took the shelter of the clock tower, and the clock struck midnight, that is 12 a.m. Now, he was supposed to take the 10:30 express. Okay, then it could be like that probably he had left from home at around 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So it's been more than 2 hours that he has been roaming from one place to another, thinking where to go and thinking what to do. And as suddenly he felt the notes that were there with him, and the notes were damp from the rain. Now, this damp notes also has a significance towards the end of the story. All right. So, Anil's money. In the morning, he would have probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. And now I had it all. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. Now you see, it was Anil's money that he had stolen. Okay. Now he is just thinking that in the morning when the morning would have come, then probably he would have been given money by Anil. So, in the morning, if Anil would have probably given a rupee or a two to Hari Singh in order to go to the cinema. Maybe previously also Anil had always done it, that whenever he had earned some extra money, he had given 2 or 3 rupees or 4 rupees to him, so that Hari Singh can spend the money to on himself, as Anil used to not give him any salary. And now Hari Singh had the entire money, but the entire money that he had to himself, in that money there was a smell of betrayal. And if he would have not taken the money that would have been given by Anil, that is 2 rupee or 3 rupee, there would have been a mixture of love, there would have been a mixture of caring, there would have been mixture of affection from the side of Anil in that money. But now, apart from that, like 2 3 rupees, he had the entire whole money, but in that money there was no love, no care, no affection of Anil, but in fact there was a betrayal of Hari Singh. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. So you see, Hari Singh, he is repenting that now that he has stolen the money, he will not be able to return back to Anil anymore. And he is already missing the things that he would do for Anil. That is, he would cook for Anil, he would run to the bazaar, and Anil was teaching him how to write sentences, and he will not be able to learn all these things anymore. So he was feeling sad that probably this is a bigger thing that he was missing. The small, small things also, they matter. They become big to you rather than the bigger things. Okay. So therefore, you see, Hari is saying he was repenting for the deed that he has just done. Okay. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Whole sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. I should go back to Anil, I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. Now, see, when Anil had returned back home with that small bundle of money, that is 600 rupees, Hari was very excited because his only motive for taking the employment of Anil was to rob him. And he had got the perfect opportunity, that is, he got the chance to steal the money that Anil brought today. And he was so excited to steal that money that he absolutely forgot the amount of things that he is going to miss. He is saying that the whole sentence, if he learns how to read and write, then one day, from not only few hundred, but he is going to get much more than that. And that is what? That is respect he is going to learn one day. If he reads, if he gets education, if he learns how to read and write, then one day he can establish a position of himself into the society. He can stand on his own feet. Then he will not have to steal those few hundred. In fact, more than few hundred he is going to earn. That is establishment in the society, respect in the society, and to have a position in the society. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. So stealing is not a very big thing. It's not no rocket science. You can steal and you can get caught also. But to become a really a big man, a clever and a respected man was something else. And therefore, see, stealing is not a very big matter. But to become a big man, you need to work hard. You need to do a lot. You need to be, in order to become a clever man, in order to become a respected man, you really, really need to work hard. And if you have all this, then your achievements will have no boundaries. You can achieve anything that you want in life. So finally, what he decided, he should go back to Anil. And he should go back to Anil for himself. That is how to read and learn. All right, one more thing I want to see is that these two paragraphs, these are the self realization. Okay, these are the self realization of Hari Singh, like sometimes question comes that how can you say that Hari Singh realized himself? So from these two paragraphs, you can write down about his self-realization, that through his that he was repenting, he was feeling bad, and through his self-realization, what he understood and why he should go back to Anil. Next, what happened? I hurried back to the room, feeling very nervous. Now, this is a time for him to return back to Anil. For it was much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. Now, what happened? He was feeling very nervous. Okay. The reason why he was feeling nervous was that he has stolen money and he was about to return it, and that has to be done undetected, that is, without being caught. Now, if Anil catches hold of him, do you think Anil is going to believe that he has come here to return the money and not to steal it? I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in clouded moonlight. Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of a bed, and my hand came up within the notes. I felt his breath on my hand. I remained still for a minute. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the notes. Now it so happened, see, he came inside and he wanted to keep the money undetected so that Anil does not wake up, and Anil doesn't catch hold of him. Because if he does so, then it is going to be quite embarrassing for Hari Singh. So he came inside, he opened the door very stealthily, and he was about to keep the note inside the under the mattress when suddenly he sensed the breath of Anil fall into his hand. So for that particular moment, Hari he remained still, very quiet, because he thought that probably Anil has woken up. But somehow Anil was fast asleep. He did not wake up, and he found the edge of the mattress, and very quietly he slipped the notes under the mattress. I woke up late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out his hand towards me. There was a 50 rupees note between his fingers. My heart sank. I thought I had been discovered. Now, the next morning, when he woke up, Anil had already woken up, and he had already made the tea. Making the tea was actually Hari Singh's work, but then today, as Anil has already woken up and Hari was late, so therefore Anil has already made the tea. And then what he did, he stretched his hand, and into his hand, guess what was there? There was this 50 rupees note in between his fingers. Hari's heart sank. He thought that probably he has been discovered, and Anil has come to confront him. Anil has come here to ask him about the previous night's deed, previous night's incident. But see, what did Anil say? I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you will be paid regularly. So, just see the large heartedness of Anil. He is saying that yesterday he has made some money and he wants to pay Hari Singh from now onwards. Probably Anil has realized that what was the reason which made or which turned Hari Singh into a thief. That can be because of lack of job, no proper income. This can be the several reasons. Also, maybe the boy has never been loved, never been cared, has never been shown kindness, trust. And now that the boy has returned back, so therefore, all these things Anil understood that he should be paid, he should be shown at least little bit of trust, and then only Hari Singh is going to be a changed personality. My spirits rose, but when I took the money, I saw it was still wet from the night's rain. So you remember I told you that the damp note has a significance towards the end of the story. So you see here, Anil, when gave the money to Hari Singh, that time Hari Singh, his spirits rose. He felt better. That Anil has not discovered anything. Anil has not understood, or Anil has is not aware of the previous night's incident. But when he took the money was still wet from the previous night's rain. Obviously, when Anil had returned back from his work, and the money that he had, the money was dry, and suddenly in the morning the money was wet. So that means what? Without a single question, without even creating a huge chaos in the home, that why the money is wet and all this, asking any questions, he very quietly handed a 50 rupees note to Hari Singh. And what did he say? He said, "Today we will start writing sentences." He knew, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, and the smile came by itself without any effort. And now, what did Anil say? Anil said that today they are going to start writing sentences. Now, it so happens that sometimes when you know that the standing person standing opposite to you have done something, but that person is reparketing for his action, is feeling repentant for his action, and has self realized his mistake. That time, instead of scolding him, instead of confronting him, instead of telling him that why have you done so, if you just quietly ignore his mistake and very quietly with your actions, if you forgive the person, that person will also understand, and that person will not be embarrassed, the person will not feel humiliated. Had Anil screamed on him, had Anil scolded him, had Anil told him to be out, then what would happen? Probably Hari Singh would have felt bad. He would have been embarrassed. He would have felt humiliated. And maybe he would have left the job of Anil and gone out and continued with his stealing job, with his with the work that he did. But Anil transformed this boy with his silent action, by telling him with his with like completely forgetting him, completely forgiving him without uttering a single word, but with his action he by forgiving him. And the smile that came on the face of Hari Singh, that had no falseness into it. It was not fake, but it was the most peaceful, pure, and a very, very genuine smile that came on his face without any effort. All right. So, what we learn from this story, that is, sometimes an act of kindness can transform even the heinous of the crimes. Even the terrible of the criminals can be transformed if you forgive that person. Okay. Have you understood?